only song I wrote on purpose is Amnesia. In my entire life.
And that's number 4.
And that's everything else I've written because of other people.
That'd be a Getting Out of Phoenix. Get Out of Phoenix. That would be a really good
Hell
title.
out of Dodge, time to leave Phoenix.
Yeah.
Like the outlaw country guys, Cody Jinks and Wade. Wade. Fuck. I was saying Wade Jackson, but that's not right. I'm on their pages and stuff, and they're always talking about how they hate Nashville. So I sent them a lyric that says, my dad always said shit rolls downhill. That's why I never went to Nashville. Like, that's awesome. Look, we're not going to sing it. You can do it because they might joke about Nashville, but they require their money. It's a great musician's place. It's just like LA when I lived there. It's just coming out of trees. There's no way to separate yourself. Plus, if you're an individual, it doesn't work. Because they want mass production. They don't want it. Yeah, I can't sell it. How am I supposed to sell that?
Yeah. I can't market that. You got to do something different.
David Geffen from Geffen Records was on an Eagles documentary, and he said this would be a great business if no artists were in it.
Hey, John's with us.
Oh, are we on?
Yep. I was just trying to get the link shared into the event, so yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
So what do you want us to do? Are we talking?
Yeah, you're doing whatever you want. You want me to run an intro?
So we
or
can run laps?
We got 8.
8 people? So, I mean, is our picture up there, or is it the...
Yes, your picture's up there.
Oh.
Are we handsome?
Yes, you're handsome.
Are we looking good?
Yes, you're looking good. Go through the cameras.
Hey, Dave.
Pat Krepp's so excited for this. Hey, Lisa,
ain't
Bud,
here.
and Matt.
Ain't here.
No, it's me, Dave. Oh, God, please. Oh, I love Cheech and Chong.
All right. Do you want me to run an intro, or do you want to just start chit-chatting?
You can run the
You're the
intro.
boss.
All right, I'll run the
do-
intro.
Repetition is
I'm
the...
the stage manager.
Yeah, you're the producer. You're the producer, cameraman, and
I'm just clapping monkey.
I'm just here for the beer.
I'm just here for the beer.
All right. You guys are ready to go. Marianne says hi there.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. Marianne, I got a question for Stuart, if Stuart's there. On the radio today, they did a whole big spiel on his reenactment or whatever that they're doing tomorrow, but they said it starts at 9 when he said that they can't set up till 10, so I don't know what's going on. You know, it's going to be kind of a CF, I think, because of not being able to do what he wanted to do. It's too bad that he's had such a hard time.
Well, when you want to blow stuff up, you kind of...
That's true. Yeah, people like to see things blow up, though, I think, you know. But anyway, we're here tonight with our friend Matt, and you know what? I am so excited. I'm looking at his set list, and there isn't one song that isn't a Led Zeppelin song that he's going to play today. He promised me that he would play all of them, and he's going to end it with Stairway to Heaven so he can go to the bathroom.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
But one of the questions that Lisa had, and I think it was a good question, how did you get on the studio? How did the Studio A thing come about?
They contacted Dan. We had released El Camino, and they were aware of Songs in the Stairs. And they contacted Dan, and they wanted to do acoustic stuff. So they said, would Matt be interested? And
Do bird shit in the woods.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then I caught COVID, and that erased 3 weeks of my life. And I was supposed to do, right after I was diagnosed, well, I was sick, and right after I came back positive, I was hanging on my fingernails, figured I'd wear a mask. I've only canceled one show in my entire life, and that was after having a grand mal seizure and done after that. So I was hanging on by my fingernails, and 2 days before I was supposed to play, I called them and said, can't do it. And I figured, there goes that opportunity, it's gone. And then about 6 months after I had gotten better, they contacted me again and said, we held the spot open for you, would you still be interested to do it? And I said, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, why wouldn't you?
So and went in. It's a beautiful studio. If you get it, if you're
It's in DeKalb.
Yeah, if you're an artist out there, and they give you the shot, go. Don't let appearances fool you. It looks like a broken down, dilapidated, single-story office building that's with grass growing out of the back parking lot. No kidding. You walk through a crappy little door, tiny little down these stairs, and a tiny little white hallway, and then they open this door, and it's a beautiful A room with a grand piano in the back and digital desk, and they know what they're doing, and they have multiple fly angles on the cameras, and they ribbon mics and condenser mics and dynamic mics, and which most people don't understand what that means, but good mics. And they know what they're doing, and you relax and you just go and do your thing, and they're very good at what they do. And I would recommend, if you get the shot, do it.
Awesome.
And you get to be on the radio.
Yeah, that's cool.
So-
Well, I've listened to a lot of good music from that when they're playing that, music from Studio A. I mean, and it's one of the great things that they don't just do, they do local people, and around the area and that.
And they go from acoustic to rap to Americana to you can't pigeonhole what's going to happen in any given week. I mean, if you go out to the Studio A roll call of all the stuff they've done and just roll through the first 20 videos, you're like, holy cow. I mean, there's seriously diverse musicality going on, and
I think that's what
it's an honor to be in that crowd. I mean, I was like, I knew it was good and everything because I'd watched the sessions with Extinguish the Sun. Now, if you can put a heavy metal band in a studio and cut them live and make it sound good, then the studio itself sounds good. That's just a foregone conclusion.
Yeah.
So, and then I backtracked after I did it and was so impressed with how they pulled it all off that I backtracked into the backlog and was like, holy cow, these guys. And they're about on a 6-month lag. They record you, and then they got to do all kinds of stuff to it. So it's a hurry up and wait, which is how musicians work. You get your stuff done, and you got to wait a year for something to come from it. You can't say anything because that's how it works.
Well, I was there. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I did it, but I don't know if it's ever going to come to light.
Yeah.
There's several projects in my past that'll never see the light, and I'm like, I don't understand why. But it's just the way it works.
Well, that's cool. I've been to their studio once before. They were interested in garden stock, and I talked to Dan Klefstad, and I can't remember who else was there and stuff like that. And, it didn't work out with what they wanted to do, and that's something that Lisa and I never wanted to do because we were approached by, Verizon, everybody. They all saw what could, hey, we want to sponsor you, and that, but we want you to put the no.
Yeah,
Because the first time somebody says fuck on the microphone, you may be, you can't do that, or I just didn't want anybody telling us what we could and couldn't do. I didn't want to relinquish control.
I'll take your money, but you don't get to tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Because if you could tell me what to do, you wouldn't want to give me your money in the first place.
Exactly. That's true.
So, I was in a band once. They made shirts, and they had like 11 sponsors for the shirts, and the band name was on the front, and the back looked like a car out of NASCAR. And they asked me if I wanted one. I go, no. I'm just a hired guitar guy. Just give me my money, and I'll go home, and I'm all good. I mean, I don't want a bunch of sponsorships on the back of my shirt.
Exactly. I just thought that, it was homegrown, and that's the way we wanted to leave it. That's the way it was. So how many people we got on?
It looks like on
That freaking bee is,
Loves me.
it's loving both of us.
Well, if it stings me before I leave, I'm suing. The bee.
You didn't see the thing that you signed before you got here.
You signed your soul away somewhere, one way or the other.
You didn't go to the crossroads, motherfucker. You came to our house.
I'm protected by LECPA.
So what'd you say, Lisa, anyway? How many people?
Oh, got 10?
Wow, awesome. That's
Well,
good.
hello.
Low.
We got Brian and Pat, Marianne, Linda Sue Brown, Laura Westmoreland Atwood. She says, I can see you both.
You know her?
No.
I don't either. Hi, Laura.
John's with us.
Well, yeah, John's all. Well, no, John.
These are the ones that are replying.
Oh.
Pat wants to know what kind of beer, bud.
Both are Sierra Nevada. Mine is pale ale, and his is darkful IPA.
Coors Light. The breakfast of champions.
And then you've got that camera down there if you ever want to get a close up on something. Vicky Risto says, hi, everybody.
Hi. The neighbor behind us, we've been trading things, alcohol and different stuff like that. Well, the other day, we shoveled just shy of 16 tons of rock this last week. Well, it's like freaking 10:30 in the morning, and she goes, hey! And so I walk over, and big things of freaking strawberry margaritas. And I'm going like, wow. And I told Lisa, I go, I got a freaking shovel. I'm not drinking these at 10. And it was like a half hour later, she posted a big picture, done working for the day, and she had her big thing like that. And she was on her way. Those things were freaking good because when we got done that day, we sat on the deck, and I mean, it was like drinking water. I was like, man, these are good.
Yeah, after a hard day, a nice beer, a nice cold drink is good.
Oh, they were real. I told her, Lisa, I go, put them in the freezer because I said, I want to work before I start drinking. I could never do that. Ever drink and try to work. It was
No,
either
I'm
one,
not a good
one
day
or the
drinker.
other. No.
Don't take that the wrong way. I'm a good drinker, but I'm not a good day drinker.
I'm going to put up that
What's
link.
that line from that song? Something nighttime lovers.
Daytime lovers, midnight rendezvous.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's the song.
The radio station never goes off.
That's it. That's exactly the song. And this is his CD. So can we show it there? Is it
Yep, get in there.
is it close enough?
That's perfect.
All right, this is Matt's CD that you can buy for $325.25. It really $8.
But wait, there's more.
8 goes to Matt, the rest goes to me.
Ain't that the truth?
But where can you get this? You were saying to me.
Mostly Annoyed Records. It's also available per song and just download for the whole thing on Apple Music, digital formats. The same thing with the Studio Session A, which is released today. Which is those songs plus a few more that I was writing and just happened to wind up in the session. So
Now, is that going to be a CD too, or is it just?
this is a weird time. Records, CDs are not necessarily past tense, but an artist or a band puts money into a record or a CD, and the second it hits the digital format, it's all gone anyway. It just gets shared to 1,000 people, and
Nobody will buy this.
And then you wind up with a bunch of CDs that people are listening to, but you're not getting paid for it. So why put the money into that substance when you can put the product out there anyway? It's a losing proposition. So you wind up. We just decided we're going to keep it all digital, and if it comes up a point where there's demand for, I want a copy of this thing, we'll answer that question.
See, I'm completely opposite. Because
Oh, me too.
I want to see, I remember you and I were talking earlier about albums, listening to whole albums. I'd put it on and then I would study and I would look, read it, and do stuff like that.
You hope there's a lyric sheet in there.
Yeah.
And then you want to listen to so much to make sure that the lyric sheet matches what they're singing. And then you wanted some story or something. Yeah, that whole, we're dinosaurs, bud.
I like
T-Rex
that. I
is
like.
Saurus, isn't it?
I like the. Yeah, that band's good. T-Rex
Yeah,
is good.
Bang and Gone.
Bang and Gone, yeah. But I like to have the stuff in my hand, just like there's a lot of people that digitally read the newspaper. I'm sorry, I want the newspaper in my hand, open it up and read it. I'm just the way I am.
I'm a voracious reader. I collect books, read all the time. It's books. It's not Kindle. You open a book, there's a smell that comes from it. There's a tactile thing from turning the page. To me, it's always going to be a book, for the exact same reason. You pop a book open, it's the page, the page, the page, the page, the anticipation of, and then you see the small end of the side get bigger and bigger and bigger, and that side gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And it's done. You close the book and put it back up, and you can read it again. So yeah, that tactile thing is it's not replaceable to me. So
I just joined a group, and I don't know if I'm going to stay in it because I don't know. It's record collector group on Facebook, and I joined, and somebody said something about calling them records and vinyl, and I said, well, yeah, I said we always called them albums or records, but I said I still love putting them on and hear the snap crack, all part of it snap crack. Well, some guy gets on and he goes, well, your stylus is dirty, you got to clean it, and you got to clean the record, and I go, I understand it. I've got still one of the old album cleaners now, but some of the records are worn, and it's just, to me, I just think it's the sound of it, and doing the whole thing, and looking at the album cover, the art, and that's what I think was lost when it came to these. And I'm not saying CDs haven't been done nicely, but the album art is. I've got a book just on album art. It's just a lost thing.
I have a copy of Who's Gonna Play This Old Piano by Jerry Lee Lewis that belonged to my uncle. I think it was printed in 1967 or something like that. This thing is old. And you put it on and every song plays, but it sounds like you're in a honky-tonk. Right down, it sounds like people are clapping the whole time because of the clicks and pops. Now, my record stylus is clean. The record's as clean as it's going to be, but it's 55, 56 years old.
Exactly.
And still plays all the way through and makes you feel like Jerry Lee Lewis is banging an out-of-tune church piano right in front of you. I just love that mystique of dropping a record on and having deliberately turn it over.
Yeah, sure.
A lot of us album people listen to one side forever and then go, okay, B-side can't be as good as A, and you turn it over eventually, and B-side's as good as A.
Well, and there's been a lot of songs, man.
Now, none of this applies to Led Zeppelin, by the way. Team Sabbath, yay.
I don't know what to say. I lost my train of thought on that. I think I need another beer.
Do you want me to get you another beer?
Yeah.
You started it, bud.
Anyway, one of the things that I've ran into, and a lot of the stuff, you got the DJs, like you said, they don't make any money playing a whole album. They got to play that hit song over and over and over again, like WLS did and stuff like that. But you know what? There's a lot of music that I've listened to, and I'm going like, well, that might have been their hit, but you know what? This song is freaking king. And one of the ones that I always said, and Country Joe McDonald, Country Joe and the Fish, and I had him about this close to coming to Garden Stock.
That would have been cool.
Oh, I've always liked Country Joe, but he is, and Melanie, when she was there, said he's not in very good health, and that's one of the reasons
How
why.
can these guys be? They're in their 70s.
But anyway, he had a song, and I don't know if you've ever listened to it, but he's always noted for his Vietnam protest songs and stuff like that. But he has a song called Who Am I? And man, I tell you what, that song is one of the best songs that I've ever listened to. It is really a good song, and you listen to the lyrics to it. It isn't just the tunes and stuff like that. Oh, we're really styling now, Sandy.
Yeah, you're after me.
But a lot of the people, I like their hits and stuff like that, but some of the music, Jefferson Airplane, you can name off all their hits, but if you ever listen, one of the ones that I like a lot is Volunteers, which they did at Woodstock, but the other one is off Surrealistic Pillow, and it's called Embryonic Journey, and it's no words, it's just all instrumental. It's freaking awesome. It's just a cool
It'll
song.
come back. The art of listening never goes away. It never goes away. Although the money has virtually been chased out of the business, digital is going to be good, because what do I need a label for when I can release a record? I got people sending me messages from China. How the hell El Camino made it to China, I have no idea. None. Israel, most of the countries in South America, South Africa, Italy, Spain. That doesn't happen in an analog world. It doesn't happen.
Sure. There's benefits to it.
There are. Now, am I making money off of that? No, I don't do it to make money. But to wake up in the morning and see something from South Africa talking about a song that you wrote that's on El Camino, and you're like, and to hear the appreciation of outside people for American music, it makes you feel really small. Because we're in this bubble and it comes roaring past us, and we have our biases and this, that, and the other thing, but they're outside getting it all, and their appreciation coming back, you're just like, these people are telling you something that you should know about your own culture.
Yes.
And it's just astonishing to me. It's pretty much universal, no matter who will send me a message. Their appreciation for what they call American music is just almost veneration. they will, if they're into the blues, they'll name every blues artist from 1890 to 1994 to 2021. They'll name them all and tell you exactly why they're great. If they're into gospel, into country, into metal, they just, it's humbling and educational because, like I said, we're in this bubble and it goes roaring past our ears, and we're not paying attention to what we're broadcasting, and they are. And it's just really cool to hear them talk about it. And I will tell them that, I'm humbled. Thank you for telling me something that I should know.
Right.
Because essentially the 60s invasion was them firing our music back at us. We were so stupid and so polarized that this great music existed in our country for 25, 30, 40 years, and it took outside people to fire it back at us, and they were like, we're going to love this, and those people who brought it back were like, yeah, we're playing a song by somebody who's an American.
Yeah.
They taught us something that we should have been listening to.
Yeah, they made this 30 years ago. Now we just did it. Now
Yeah,
it's a
we
hit.
did it. Now
It's
you
a
think
hit. It's a hit.
Yeah, you think it's really great, but we're giving you back what you already had.
And you know what? One of the things, and that's what I like, the different versions. And one of those songs, when you're talking about that, that always comes to my mind. That, and it all started with Eddie Cochran, but Summertime Blues, and all the different renditions of that. Blue Cheer,
Blue Cheer,
the Who.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue Cheers is the best.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I got. What is their album?
MC5 would have done a good version of it too.
I think the album I got is Blue Cheer got a new Pluribus Unum. I
Yep.
think that's the album I got, a Blue Cheer. But another one, and I found this on 3 different versions, and I don't know if you've ever seen Steve Miller live.
Yeah.
But we were lucky to see Steve Miller. But I've listened to 3 different versions of his Mercury Blues, and I've got one on this. It's a compilation album of songs, and he's got I don't know if it was to a movie or whatever, but it's the best version of Mercury Blues. It's him doing it, but it's the best version of it, and it's really different, and it's really, really good. I've got 3 albums with 3 versions of Mercury Blues, and they're all completely different on it.
They should be.
It. And that's what's cool. Earlier I heard you say something, I think it was a rendition to Led Zeppelin. I think you said In Through the Outdoor.
I never heard of them. Are they a Black Sabbath cover band?
Wouldn't it be great if Tony and
All right now. Won't you listen?
Tony and Jimmy get together and jam?
They have.
Where's the recording?
Those 2 guys aren't going to let that out. That's their. They sit back and and over a cup of tea and their English manners and go, "We were so stupid."
Oh.
The competition sells records.
Yeah, you're right.
And Sabbath wins. Should
So-
we get this party started?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, Lisa. Should we get it rolling?
Sure.
All right.
Sounds good.
So Matt's gonna play the first rendition of Stairway to Heaven and then end with Black Dog.
Yeah, you just give up. Just give up.
Anyway. Listen to these songs. They're great, you guys.
Every morning got my hand on the throttle. Every night got my hand on a bottle. Every day it's the same old thing. Hear those angels and they make me sing. When I wake up it's a whiskey cup. Those that know me know that I ain't ever gonna stop. My whole family thinks I'm swimming in sin, but not even the devil gonna let me in. Here I go again. Yeah, here I go again. Here I go again. Every day it's the same old battle. If I can form, kick me out of my saddle. Rather walk the old lonely road than be part of a story that's already been told. When I wake up, it's a whiskey cup. Those that know me know that I ain't ever gonna stop. My whole family thinks I'm swimming in sin, but not even the devil gonna let me in. Here I go again. Yeah, here I go again. Here I go again. Every morning got my hand on the throttle. Every night got my hand on a bottle. Every day it's the same old thing. Hear those angels and they make me sing. When I wake up it's a whiskey cup. Those that know me know that I ain't ever gonna stop. My whole family thinks I'm swimming in sin, but not even the devil gonna let me in. Everybody thinks we're swimming in sin, but not even the devil's crazy enough to let all my friends in. Here we go again. Yeah, here we go again. Here we go again. Yeah, here we go again. Here we go again. Yeah, here we go again. Here we go again. I wrote this next song about a bet between the devil and a bum, and the devil loses. He went down to the crossroads looking for a ride. They went down to the crossroads to find a ride. Yeah, well, no one will get you with the devil standing by your side. You can run, but you will never hide. You can run, but you will never hide. When you're standing at the crossroads, 8 miles deep and 10 miles wide. Yeah, Pascal and the devil sat down to have a drink. But Pascal wasn't nervous and the devil didn't know what to think. He said, "Boy, do I scare you?" Pascal said, "What's the use? You might know my secrets, but I know your truth. See, every book's been written and every story told, every poem recited and every version sold. Half a truth is half a lie, and that I understand. So as long as you are buying, I'm your man." Well, the devil sat there shaking to be treated with such disdain. The prince of things unholy, the prince of hell and pain. Pascal said, "I don't disrespect you, I just know who you are. You're the smartest kid in the classroom, the original rock star. You've never lost a thing you see, and on that I bet you beat. I don't own these clothes I wear or these boots upon my feet. I've lost it love and lost it hate, just don't give a damn. So as long as you are buying, I'm your man." Yeah, Pascal and the devil sat down to have a drink. But the devil let him walk away, 'cause Pascal made him think. Before he left, the devil rose and struck a perfect stand and pressed a golden coin into the palm of Pascal's hand. This one's for the road, my friend, I hope you make it last. I ain't ever let a soul go once it's joined the dance. You told me truth and I'll do the same, I hope you understand. You just beat the devil, I'm your man. They went down to the crossroads looking for a ride. They went down to the crossroads, found a ride. Yeah, Pascal and the devil. Yeah, Pascal and the devil. Yeah, Pascal and the devil, looking for a ride. Usually I write songs that come into my head from other people, and this is probably the only deliberate song I've ever written. Team Human has gone through some serious shit over the last year and a half. Good, bad, ugly, lies, truth, hoop. It's not worth arguing about anymore. And I wanted to write a song deliberately about the things that we are, the things that I hold dear, we should hold dear, the things we forget. And the song is called Amnesia. Think we all thought we'd star in a movie. I think we all thought we'd survive a war. I think we all thought our lives were groovy. I think we forgot we'd been here before. I think we forgot to love our family. I think we forgot there was a door. I think we forgot we all have neighbors. Don't think we can do that anymore. Isn't that what memory is for? Isn't that what memory is for? I think we forgot we all have neighbors. I think we forgot we all pull weight. I think we forgot we all have anchors. And I think forgetting made some hate. Don't think we can do that anymore. Isn't that what memory is for? I think we forgot that Coke's just a bottle. I think we forgot that Ford's just a car. I think we forgot an open throttle never could take us very far. Don't think we can do that anymore. Isn't that what memory is for? Isn't that what memory is for? Think we all thought we'd star in a movie.
Great song.
This next song, this is how it works sometimes. I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and this whole song's in my head. Lyrics, melody, music, how that works. If I could do that more often, trust me, I would. Instead of spending a year working on a stupid single song, it would be nice to have the whole thing in one shot. But that doesn't happen very often.
So did you get up and do it right away then? I mean,
Yeah, I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning and sat down, and there it was.
wow.
Wrote the words down and recorded it and went back to sleep. Done. Start to finish. How that works. Well, I've never been worthy of a woman's tears. I've grown used to that over the years. But there was one that almost had me wondering. You never play games with a lover's heart. If that's the plan, don't even start. They'll call your bluff before the dice start tumbling. Isn't that the game we play? 17, the dealer stays. Most of us can walk away, but the sad ones run. Between 17 and 81, there's a whole lot of damage done. Between 17 and 21, there's a whole lot of damage done. Well, I've never been worthy of a woman's love. When it comes to push, I have to shove. And that has always kept me rambling. You look in her eyes and you look for tells. If you win, it's heaven. If you lose, it's hell. But the truth is, love ain't gambling. Isn't that the game we play? 17, the dealer stays. Most of us can walk away, but the sad ones run. Between 17 and 21, there's a whole lot of damage done. Between 17 and 21, there's a whole lot of damage done. Well, I've never been worthy of a woman's tears. I've grown used to that over the years. But there was one that almost had me wondering. I looked in her eyes and I looked for tells. I didn't win and it was hell. But the truth is, I was never gambling. Isn't that the game we play? 17, the dealer stays. Most of us can walk away, but the sad ones run. Between 17 and 21, there's a whole lot of damage done. Between 17 and 21, there's a whole lot of damage done. Between 17 and 21, there's a whole lot of damage done. Wrote this next song. Writing songs about broken hearts is kind of cliche. It's kind of easy, and I don't think you can understand a broken heart until you have to break somebody else's heart. Until you have to be the bad guy. And this song, I wrote this specifically from that angle. It's not that I don't find you attractive. It's not that I think I'm smart. It's not that I'm selective or have a nice cold heart. But your kind of love I can't come back from, and that changes a man. So let's just try to keep things simple. Let's just keep things straight. I'm not a man of tradition or known for my restraint. It's your kind of love I can't come back from, and that changes a man. I'm just trying to be respectful, and I've made all those changes I can, all those changes I can. No, I wasn't trying to love you. I guess I missed that part. So before this thing turns ugly, I guess I have to break your heart. But your kind of love I can't come back from, and that changes a man. I'm just trying to be respectful, and I've made all those changes I can, 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 all those changes I can.
So do you think, Matt, that a lot of the people that write songs and play music are able to write their songs because of from personal experiences? I mean, like 90% of the songs are
No.
from personal experiences?
I don't.
Okay.
I'm just a good actor.
How do you say you full of shit?
I don't know. I don't know.
I just wonder.
That song "Damage Done" is not about me. Even though I say "I" all the way through, it's not about me.
Right. I understand that, but I just didn't know if some of those.
If there's there are only 2 songs that I've ever written that are even what I would call quasi biographical.
Okay.
And I'm not going to say which ones they are.
Right. Let us guess.
So-
Let us guess.
And even then, there's a compelling argument that I'm full of shit. So of course, there's a compelling argument that I'm full of shit about most things. So yeah. This next song, it's called "That's Okay," and I had written it and was playing it and had dropped it. And Mike Durst, he specifically asked me to reconsider that. I still don't get it, but it's one of my most requested songs. So, that's just the way it works. She wakes up this morning and changes her mind. She closes the curtains and draws the blinds. This one will hurt her, another mistake. How many more offers will she have to make? That's okay. That's okay. We all feel that way. That's okay. He wakes up this morning and lights up a smoke. One too many, and he starts to choke. His hands are shaking, and his knees are bent. How much is living can he defend? That's okay. That's okay. We all feel that way. That's okay. She screams at the mirror for telling her lies. She sees only wrinkles and should lighten her eyes. Maybe a facelift, but where would it end? She screams at the mirror, her only friend. That's okay. That's okay. We all feel that way. That's okay. That's okay. Everybody feels that way. That's okay. She wakes up this morning and changes her mind. She opens the curtains and raises the blinds. Speaking of not biographical, me and a friend were sitting at a bar. Imagine that. No, say it ain't so. And there's a guy at the bar, probably 10, 15 feet down. And first rule of thumb, if you're around a songwriter, keep your mouth shut, because that person's paying attention. And this guy is blasted, and he's with his wingman, as all good wingman is. And I'm overhearing the conversation, and he's heartbroken. And wingman is doing shot for shot, beer for beer, taking care of his buddy as he nurses himself through his cups. And he says, "I wish I could meet her for the first time again." And I go, boom, and put that in my phone. And this song grew out of that.
So that's a personal experience.
Well, I guess it is a personal experience, but not my personal experience. Songwriting is really kind of voyeuristically weird, you know. So this song, Mr. Broken Heart, thank you. There are no beautiful goodbyes. No one laughs, but everybody tries. And how your friends, they will not look you in the eye. Wish we did, but I don't think we tried. Maybe someday we'll meet for the first time again. We'll remember that we once were friends. Won't care about who, we won't care about when. If we're lucky and meet for the first time. If we're lucky and meet for the first time. For the first time. For the first time again. There are no easy reasons why Sometimes sweetest fruit is the first to die. And still your friends, they cannot look you in the eye. It's times like these that'll leave you fried. Maybe someday we'll meet for the first time again. We'll remember that we started as friends. Won't care about her, we won't care about him. If we're lucky and meet for the first time. If we're lucky and meet for the first time. If we're lucky and meet for the first time. For the first time. For the first time. First time again. Maybe someday we'll meet for the first time again. We'll remember that we once were friends. Won't care about who, we won't care about when. Won't care about her, we won't care about him. Won't care about nothing, we won't have to pretend. If we're lucky and meet for the first time. If we're lucky and meet for the first time. If we're lucky and meet for the first time. For the first time. For the first time again. There are no beautiful goodbyes. No one laughs, but everybody sure does try.
That's a good song. I like that song.
I wrote this song about my granddaughter being born. That little girl came in tough, hung in tight, fought her way into this world. Proud of her, proud of Brianne and her mom too. And this song was written in, so I guess it is personal. I'll cat out of the hat. I'll cat out of the hat. This one's biographical.
See, I told you.
First I thought it would make me, then I thought I would run. Then I thought it would break me, just like everyone. There are no harder lies than the lies you tell yourself. Love just ain't beautiful if it's kept up on the shelf. I saw the look in her eye and I knew the day had come. But I didn't know what love really was. First I started shaking, then I started to cry. Then I started laughing, it felt like I would die. There are no harder truths than the love of someone else. Life just ain't beautiful if it's kept up on a shelf. I saw the look in her eye and I knew the day had come. But I didn't know what love really was. First I thought it would make me, then I thought I would run. Then I thought it would break me, just like everyone. There are no harder lies than the lies we tell ourselves. Love just ain't beautiful if it's kept up on a shelf. I saw the look in her eye and I knew the day had come. And I didn't know what love really was. I saw the look in her eye and I knew the day had come. But I didn't know what love really was. This song was one of the songs featured at Studio A. It's weird. It took me 20 years to write. I'm not kidding. I was moving, and before digital songwriters actually had to write words down on pieces of paper. And writing is what I do, and there's a whole box. I mean, like an oven box, big, full of paper, and I was gonna throw it away, which is what I do too. If a song's not worth keeping, I don't keep it. And this piece of paper comes flying out, lands face up, and here's this song, and I hadn't finished it, so I chucked it in there. And when I looked down, the last lyric popped into my head. So I was like, okay, 20 years, I can finish this. So this song is called "Don't Suicide Me." Put it down to experience. Learn my lessons well. Don't ask me if I'm over you, 'cause there are times that I just can't tell. Said that this was killing you. Need space to be free. Being together was killing you. Apart is killing me. Baby, don't suicide me. Baby, don't suicide me. The laughter fills my rooms at night. No pictures on my shelves. We can't keep the same company 'cause we've forgotten how to be ourselves. How do I begin again with all these memories? What we had and what it meant, crashing down on me. Baby, don't suicide me. Baby, don't suicide me. Put it down to experience. Learn my lessons well. Don't ask me if I'm over you, 'cause there are times that I just can't tell. Don't ask me if I'm over you, 'cause there are times that I just can't tell. Yeah, there are times that I just can't tell. Coors Light.
Coors Light. Lots of hand clapping.
This is the last song. A friend asked me, what's it like to write songs? And I said, well, it's easy. You just got to collect ghosts. The hard part, you got to talk to them. This ghost came in through the window, said, you better make 4 pots of coffee. We're going to be sitting here a while. Was no fool to love you, but I'd be a fool to want you back. Let's just make things easy, and I will help you to pack. You might think I'm heartless, but in my own defense, I don't need someone to love me who only knows how to pretend. Sit here at this table with a pen in my hand. It's time to write a letter that only I can understand. You might think I'm selfish, but in my own defense, I don't need someone to love me who only knows how to pretend. You're only reaching out because you're lonely. We both know exactly where it ends. Really doesn't matter how much you miss me, 'cause I know that this time I am my own best defense. Yes, my hands are shaking, and yes, my knees are weak. But in this final moment, I finally can't turn the other cheek. You might think I'm crazy, and that this might make sense, but I don't need someone to love me who only knows how to pretend. You're only reaching out because you're lonely. We both know exactly where it ends. Really doesn't matter how much you miss me. I know that this time I am my own best defense. Was no fool to love you, but I'd be a fool to want you back. Let's just make things easy, and I will help you to pack. You might think I'm heartless, but in my own defense, I don't need someone to love me who only knows how to pretend. I don't need someone to love me who only knows how to pretend. Thank you, folks.
Yeah.
So what we're not.
Bye, El Camino. Check out the new release on Apple Music and Mostly Annoyed Records, sessions from Studio A. Studio A was kind enough to invite me up there and play and give us the recording so we could release all the songs. Available on Apple Music and Mostly Annoyed Records. Thanks, Dead Edmonds, for putting that together. Thank you for Bud and Lisa for From the Porch, from the Garden Music Festival.
Yeah.
We hope to be organizing soon with, I think Deep Purple's going to come play, right?
Oh, yeah.
Black Sabbath, because that other band's dead and gone and irrelevant, right? They're called Dead Zeppelin, Lead Balloon, something like that.
I'm not going to say anything.
That was awesome. Oh, I just.
They're going to play, if Deep Purple's coming, they got to do the whole Machine Head album.
I would 100% agree with that.
I got 2 copies of that.
That's a magnificent record.
Yeah, oh, that's my high school days.
That would be a magnificent record if a band released it now.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember going to Red Carpet Stereo, and they had a sound room, and that was one of the songs, that and Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon album we'd play.
I wasn't much of a Pink Floyd guy.
I'm not either. But, you know, a lot of people like Dark Side of the Moon. I have 2 copies of that. But I think the album that I like of Pink Floyd is Uma Guma. It's one of the earlier ones. I think that's a lot better than some of their older ones. But I wanted to, we're still on, right, Lisa?
Oh yeah, you're still on.
But I wanted to, last time I talked to you, you know, you said you read books.
Yes.
And this was a book that I could not put down. It's a true story. It's about Larry Dunphy, God bless Larry, from Books on First, always gave me or always would say, hey, I got books and I wanted something on a Western. And so he said, he was looking on the computer and he goes, well, there's one here called Geronimo Pratt. I go, oh, what's that about? And, Geronimo, you think Indian, right away. Well, this is completely different than Indian. Geronimo Pratt was a Black Panther.
Yeah. So this is, you ever read The Saints of Donnamore? Oh, I got to get that book for you. Isidore Zimmerman, in the 1920s and 30s, if you were arrested for a false crime, and they could prove it was, but you committed a crime afterwards, they would still leave you in prison. If you were put in prison for a crime you didn't do, and in prison you committed a crime, they would lengthen your sentence based on the crime you didn't do. The laws were completely upset.
Oh, Jesus, that's...
And Isidore Zimmerman was caught lifting a bread and caught a slight charge, and then got into a fight, and things escalated, blah, blah, blah. He winds up serving years and years and years in Attica. And they had an elevator in Attica called the Bucket of Blood. When they sent you down to the solitary, what to do, the guards would get in the elevator with you and beat you to a pulp in the elevator and then toss you in the solitary and go back up. They called the elevator the Bucket of Blood. And Isidore Zimmerman and four of the guys got together and taught themselves the law and passed the bar certificate and started using habeas corpus to get people out. If the first crime didn't exist, the second crime cannot be put in prison, because he wouldn't have been there in the first damn place.
Right.
And they started reforming the laws, and Isidore Zimmerman was one of the last people to get himself out. And The Saints of Donnamore is just a...
That sounds like a really good book.
Brutal book. I mean, he doesn't pull any punches. The guard most responsible for the Bucket of Blood gets his comeuppance, kind of like in the Shawshank Redemption.
Sure.
But, it's just, I read that like when I was 12.
This book I couldn't put down. I mean, I read the thing, and I'm not a fast reader, but I read it really fast.
I'm currently reading Dante's Inferno. Finally, Emily, my stepdaughter, got me a copy of the book, and that's like going to college, because it's notated and annotated. And
see, I couldn't read it.
Tells you you have to understand the syntax of why he's saying, given the time when he wrote it. The Pope, the Catholic Church was all powerful. Governments existed, but they were kings that were answered to the Pope, and there was no free press, and you couldn't say you're a jerk to the Pope, so you had to call the Pope something else and make fun of him. So there's a whole litany of stuff you have to read in the process of reading this book to understand what he's really saying. So it's an active read, and I don't mind active reads, but it's going to probably take me the better part of 6 months to pull it off.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's, it's 900 pages.
The only book that I ever read that was that thick, and it took me a while to read, was About Face. And that was David Hackworth.
The Stand.
David Hackworth went on, oh gosh, what was it? It isn't good. Face the Nation. He was a retired colonel out of the Army, and he was the first one to basically come out and say, this Vietnam War is a bunch of bullshit. So... and he was on Face the Nation, and then he went on to live in Australia and became a millionaire being a chicken farmer and that. But it's just, he's an interesting person.